Loneliness. Most people think of it as just being alone, having no friends, or staying isolated. But for a Sigma male, loneliness is something much deeper, something that goes far beyond just a lack of social interaction. It becomes a state of mind, a profound psychological experience that shapes the way he sees the world. Sigma males are rare, independent, and highly intelligent men who refuse to conform to society's rules. They walk their own path, embrace solitude, and live life on their own terms. But what many people don't realize is that this level of independence comes with a cost, a heavy burden that most can't understand. In today's video, we'll be uncovering 10 things that only the loneliest Sigma males experience. Deep, hidden truths that they rarely talk about. Before we dive in, welcome back to Alpha Man Cave, the place where we break down the Sigma mindset, self-improvement, and masculinity. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on powerful insights like these. Now, let's get into it. 1. Experiencing solipsism, feeling trapped in their own mind. For many Sigma males, reality itself feels different. Because they are deep thinkers, they often experience something known as solipsism, the unsettling feeling that their own mind is the only thing they can truly trust. They spend so much time in deep thought, analyzing the world and questioning reality, that they often feel like they exist in their own mental bubble. Conversations with others begin to feel shallow and disconnected. They struggle to find people who can match their level of thought. This makes them feel like outsiders, as if they are living in a completely different world from everyone else. At times, this feeling of being trapped in their own mind can be overwhelming, making it hard for them to relate to others or even trust their own emotions. 2. Social interactions feel like performances. Most people enjoy social gatherings, parties, and casual small talk. But for a Sigma male, these situations feel fake and exhausting. Whenever they're in a group, they notice that people follow predictable social scripts, asking the same questions, telling the same jokes, and pretending to care about things they don't actually care about. To a Sigma, it all feels like a staged play, where everyone is just acting to fit in. Because of this, Sigma males rarely feel comfortable in ordinary social settings. Even when surrounded by people, they feel disconnected, observing from the sidelines rather than truly engaging. They crave depth and meaning, and when they don't find it, they prefer to be alone. 3. Obsession with hyper-individualism. If there's one thing that defines a Sigma male, it's his self-reliance. He believes in handling everything on his own, refusing to depend on others for help. This extreme independence is both a strength and a weakness. On one hand, it allows him to become highly skilled, resourceful, and capable. On the other hand, it isolates him. Even when people offer genuine help, he rejects it, seeing it as a threat to his autonomy. Over time, this mentality leads to emotional exhaustion. While he values his freedom, he often finds himself carrying heavy burdens alone, even when he doesn't have to. 4. The curse of knowledge, struggling to relate to others. Sigma males tend to dive deep into knowledge. When they become interested in something, they study it relentlessly, often mastering subjects that others only skim the surface of. But this intelligence comes at a cost. The more they learn, the harder it becomes to relate to the average person. They find everyday conversations boring and frustrating because most people don't think at the same level of depth. This makes it difficult to form meaningful connections, as they struggle to find people who can match their intellectual energy. Over time, this leads to feelings of isolation, pushing them even further into their own world. 5. Seeing the dark side of human nature. Sigma males are highly observant and analytical. While most people accept things at face value, Sigmas look deeper, and what they see isn't always pleasant. They notice lies, manipulation, and selfishness in everyday interactions. They see how people pretend to be kind while secretly chasing their own interests. They understand how society operates on hidden power dynamics and unwritten rules. While this awareness gives them an advantage, it also makes it hard for them to trust others. They struggle to form relationships because they are always on guard, waiting for people to reveal their true intentions. 6. Difficulty expressing emotional vulnerability. Even though Sigma males are deep thinkers, they rarely express their emotions. They see emotional openness as a risk, something that could be used against them. This means that even when they are struggling, they keep it to themselves. They prefer to deal with their problems alone, rather than seeking comfort from others. While this mindset helps them stay strong and self-reliant, it also creates emotional walls that make it difficult for them to build close relationships. 7. Constantly outgrowing others. Sigma males are obsessed with growth and self-improvement. They are always learning, evolving, and pushing themselves to become better. But as they grow, they often leave people behind. Friends, colleagues, and even romantic partners struggle to keep up with them. This creates a cycle where they form connections, only to outgrow them over time. While they value their personal development, this constant starting over takes an emotional toll, reinforcing their sense of loneliness. 8. Emotional numbness from isolation. For the loneliest Sigma males, isolation isn't just painful, it leads to emotional numbness. Over time, they become so detached from people that they stop feeling emotions as deeply as they once did. They go through life as observers, rather than participants, watching things happen without feeling fully involved. However, Sigma males have an incredible ability to rebuild themselves. Many eventually break through this numbness, finding clarity and strength through self-reflection. 9. Rarely finding an intellectual equal. Sigma males are constantly seeking knowledge. But because their minds work differently, they rarely find people who can match them intellectually. They crave deep, meaningful discussions, but most conversations feel surface level and uninspiring. This lack of true intellectual companionship makes them withdraw even further into solitude. 10. Knowing loneliness as the price of true freedom. Above all, Sigma males value freedom. Freedom to think, to act, and to live life on their own terms. But they understand that this independence comes at a cost: loneliness. They willingly choose solitude over relationships that might restrict their autonomy. While it can be a painful choice, they accept it because to them, freedom is worth more than anything else. The life of a Sigma male is complex and deeply introspective. His solitude isn't a sign of weakness, it's a reflection of his self-awareness and independence. But even the strongest Sigma sometimes struggles with loneliness. Do you relate to these experiences? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the Sigma mindset. See you in the next one.